Pharmacognosy, we are going to make the video as per the phytochemical class. So this is the first class for Alkaloid-Basics, and we will be taking another class for alkaloidal plants. Okay. Similarly, Flavonoids-Basics and the flavonoidal plant or flavonoidic plant. Okay. So now in alkaloids, so what is the alkaloid? Basically, it's a term of alkaloid was introduced by a scientist in 1819, okay, 1819 by Carl Friedrich W.M. And the alkaloids basically comes from the concept alkali-like nature. That is, if you refer to our basic organic chemistry video, you come to know alkalis are one type of base. So that's why all alkaloids behave, maximum alkaloids behave like a weak base in nature. Okay. But there are some exceptional, like theobromine and theophylline. They are amphoteric alkaloids. Okay, theobromine, theophylline. This is the okay. They are amphoteric in nature. Theophylline, that I have drawn the structure of theophylline over there. Okay, and normally the extraction of alkaloid carried out, by three different manner. Okay, when you're talking about extraction number one, since alkaloids are weak base, they can be found in the free form or they can be found in the form of salt. So when we treat alkaloidal powder with alkali to liberate free base and then extracted with a organic solvent. So this is type extraction 1. So we use organic solvent. So first we have to generate alkaloids free base. Since it is weak base, it can often associated with the acid to form salt. Like for example, morphine can be found in the salt of meconic acid. Okay, it's one type of GPAT question. So similarly, any alkaloid, if it is associated with the salt form, then mean that is they are associated with the acids, weak acids. Okay, or maybe little strong acids. So in that case, we have to use base like lime to liberate free alkaloids. Lime is calcium hydroxide, so it can combine with acid, tannins and other phenolic substance to set free the free alkaloid, and then we can extract with the organic solvent like diethyl ether, chloroform. But free alkaloids are very poorly soluble in water. That's you have to remember. I think in GPAT also they have asked the solubility. So like wax and all, you can take them in ethanol, but in the free alkaloids they are not soluble in the water. So in that case, the extraction number 2, it is something when we extracted with water, acids and extracted as salt. So as you know, if it is free alkaloid, we can add acid and we can form a salt, and then we can add water to extract them. Then extraction number 3, the powder extracted with methanol and ethanol to get salt and the free base, because in methanol and ethanol both the free and the salt form can be dissolved. Okay, so that's one of the very important question. Even we'll be discussing various extraction as per the phytochemicals, phytoconstituents, like when we'll be discussing about lipids, tannins, we'll be discussing all in that particular video. Okay, now coming to the extraction, one more extraction, you have a Stas auto extraction process. Over here we generally make an alkaloidal, you can say, what I can say, we use two immiscible liquids. One is water phase, one is organic phase. Okay, and now when we add base, the alkaloidal base, the alkaloid when exists as a free base, then it tend to go to the non-aqueous solvent, and if we add water with an acid, it tends to go to the aqueous solvent. So with the help of a separating funnel or something like that separation, okay, we can get an alkaloid as a free base and as well as in a salt form. So this is Stas auto methods. Okay, it's very useful. Then after that we can have different type of alkaloid. True alkaloid, the first one, true alkaloids often obtained from amino acids, so that's why they can give the positive test to amino acid and proteins. True alkaloids, like all the true alkaloids, they have a nitrogen in the heterocyclic ring. Okay, like your atropine, this is the structure of an atropine. The tropane alkaloid If you see the tropane structure, it is pyrrolidine with piperidine. Okay, so in that case, tropane alkaloid is one of the true alkaloid. But apart from the exceptional, you have terpenoidal alkaloid like sesquiterpene, evonin, diterpene, aconitin, some valerian alkaloid, Valeria species, then peptide alkaloids, ergotamine. They are, even though true alkaloids, okay, but they are classified into the all, different class. Peptide alkaloids also, ergotamine, and also true alkaloid. Then conine is the one of the alkaloid which is classified under the true alkaloid, but they are not obtained from amino acid. Okay, they are obtained from polyketide pathway. So it can be a very good GPAT question in near future. Then you have protoalkaloids. Protoalkaloids, their nitrogen is not confined to the ring, they are in the side chain, like I have seen, shown you the ephedrine and pseudoephedrine. What is the difference between ephedrine and pseudoephedrine? Now ephedrine can be 1R2S, or 1S2R. Okay, but when it is pseudoephedrine, it is 1S2S. Okay, so that's why pseudoephedrine I have already explained in my stereochemistry video. So pseudoephedrine can be used as an acyl decongestant, but this is a protoalkaloids. And also you have a mescaline. This is your mescaline. Then you have ephedrine, adrenaline. Okay, so protoalkaloid. After that you have a pseudoalkaloid. Pseudoalkaloid do not obtain from amino acid. Okay, and if you see, this is theophylline, caffeine. Okay, this is a pseudoalkaloid. The steroidal alkaloid, conicin. Conicin is a one which is present in Kurchi, is also a pseudoalkaloid. So caffeine. Then also you have pseudo amino acid. Even ephedrine also considers sometimes as a pseudoalkaloid. Okay. Now, what are the different type of biosynthetic pathway, let us see, for the alkaloids? Okay. Now, if you see that pyrrolidine, okay, that is your hydroline example, pyrrolidine type of alkaloid, it is coming from ornithine amino acid. Then tropane alkaloid, like atropine, cocaine, igonin, it is coming from again ornithine amino acids. Then piperidine, like it coming from lysine amino acid, example lobeline, which is a ganglion stimulant. Then anaferrin, okay, that you can find, I will be discussing in the chemical constituents when I will be talking about plants. Okay, anaferrin. Then piperidine, all are lysine derivative, piperidine alkaloid. Then quinolizidine is one of the class obtained from lysine amino acid. Example lupinin, Lupinine. Okay. Then you have pyridine amino acid, pyridine containing alkaloid, nicotinic acid, ricin and aricoline.